when we get later on in the meeting, we'll talk about it, but I will say now. Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Mary Maslowski. I'm the chair of the Harwich Historic District and Historical Commission. We are calling to order our meeting of May 21st, 2025. It is 6 p.m. Meeting is being held at Town Hall, 732 Main Street in the small hearing notice. Before we get going, I just want to ask if anyone is intending to audio or video record the meeting. If so, then we ask you to notify the chair. Hearing none, I do want to call your attention to the fourth matter on our agenda is HH 2025-13. It is the Harwich Affordable Housing Trust who's filed a certificate of appropriateness. I believe we have two of the four members here tonight have an affiliation with it, so we need to reach out and get an opinion of council just to make sure we're okay. So we are going to vote to postpone that for, I believe, 2 weeks, if we could. I'm happy to do a special meeting. Is anybody?
So that'd be the 4th.
It's good for me.
It's good for me.
I can do, I'm not here on the 4th.
Okay.
20.
I could do any time the week of the 9th.
I can do
Or
the
I
11th.
Or I could do I could even do next week.
I could do next week,
I could do next week.
the 28th. Yes.
28th. Do you think you could do next week?
Why don't we do it? That'd be great.
So we are, for tonight, we're going to, in trying to be expedient, we are going to propose to continue the meeting until Wednesday the 28th. Hopefully we can get an opinion back in time. We will get that meeting posted at the end of this week so that it is okay. But at this time, I'm going to just read it to open it for the matter of postponing it. And then we will get a continuance posted, and we will post a meeting for next Wednesday, which will have most likely be in this hearing room again. If not, it will say where our hearing room is. Ma'am?
I'm not understanding exactly why you need to.
So we only have 4 members here tonight. 2 of the members have an affiliation. One is, so Brendan is a member of the Harwich Affordable Housing Trust, who's actually the applicant, and Mr. Doan has an affiliation with
The Howard Junior Theater.
with the Harwich Junior Theater. So both of them have technically have a conflict. With no other members here,
I understand.
we might,
Yeah.
and they might be able to vote under the rule of necessity if council kind of gives us that opinion. I just don't want to go forward on something and have it be wrong. So we're going to take the err on the side of caution and postpone for a week, and then we'll go from there. Yes?
Thank you.
Could I also clarify that the application, I'm Charles Alexander, I filed the application on
Yep.
behalf of the Harwich Junior Theater with approval and authorization from the Affordable Housing Trust. But we don't have members from the trust here, we all represent the theater.
Right, so Brendan is actually a member of our board and a member of the trust. So we just want to make sure that he'd be okay voting on behalf. We don't have enough people here tonight to vote on it without Bob and Brendan. So that being said, we need to just clarify that. So tonight, I'm kind of taking the position that we don't have a quorum for the meeting, and we're postponing it for that reason. At a future date, this 4 might be sufficient, but we're going to err on the side of caution, open the meeting, not take testimony, and then we'll preserve the right for the subsequent opening of the public hearing. Okay, so I'm going to open the public hearing for HH 2025-13. It is the Harwich Affordable Housing Trust, owner through their agent, Mr. Charles Alexander, who's filed a certificate of appropriateness. The project proposes the installation of a safety fence between the parking lot and the adjacent picnic area. The structure is in the historic district and over 100 years old, according to the town assessing records, and is located at 265 Sisson Road, map 40, parcel Z5. So at this time, I would entertain a motion to continue this public hearing to May 28th, we said? May 28th, no earlier than 6:30 p.m. Do we have that motion? 6 p.m., sorry, thank you. No earlier than 6 p.m. So do we have someone to make that motion?
So moved.
All right, Lynn has made the motion. Do we have I will second the motion. And we really don't need much more than that, but We approved it, and I'll just say for lack of quorum. Are you okay with that, Lynn? For lack of quorum? Okay,
Yep.
perfect. All right, so that matter is continued. We will get that posted for next week. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I apologize for that.
Thank you.
All right, the next matter on our agenda is HH 2025-10. It is Rebecca and Christopher Allen, owner. They filed a certificate of non-applicability. The project proposes painting, windows, trim, and doors on the main house, cottage, and shed. The structure is in the historic district and over 100 years old, according to the town assessing records, and is located at 745 Main Street, map 41, parcel S1-2.
And I'm here, Rebecca Allen.
Okay, great. You can come forward, please. If you could sign the attendance form for us, and please state your name for the record.
Rebecca Allen, owner of 745 Main Street in Harwich.
Thank you.
My goal is to paint, trim, and exactly the same color, or as close to it. It is a historic color that I picked.
Okay.
And paint samples are included there. Right now, the shed, which I replaced a couple years ago with your approval,
Okay.
hasn't been painted. I was waiting until other trim needed to be painted.
Okay. Does anybody on the board have any questions?
This is for all the doors and windows and the shed?
Yes.
Bob, anything?
No, I'm good.
Brendan, anything?
Nothing.
All right, none for me either. Lynn, are you good?
I'm good.
Are there any questions from the public on the application? All right, seeing none, I think we are ready to, for a motion to close the public
I
hearing.
move to close the public hearing.
So a motion has been made by Bob. Is there
Second.
seconded by Lynn? All those in favor of closing the public hearing?
Aye.
Any in opposition? Hearing none, motion carries 4-0. And then who would like to take a stab at the decision?
Do that. Motion, case number HH 2025-10, filing date April 9, 2025, hearing date May 21st, 2025. Property is located at 745 Main Street, map 40, parcel S12. Owner is Rebecca and Christopher Allen. Book 29731, page 201. It's a certificate of non-applicability. Description of proposed work. The project proposes to paint windows, trim, and door on main house, cottage, and shed. Certificate of non-applicability and involves ordinary maintenance, repair or replacement of any exterior structural feature within the historic district which does not involve a change in design, material, color, or outward appearance thereof. Determination approved, no comments, and no conditions.
All right, Brendan has made a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Bob has seconded. Yeah, second there. All in favor?
Aye.
Any in opposition? Hearing none. Motion carries. All right, we will
Thank
get
you.
this over. Thank you very much. Today is the 21st.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave that with this. All right. I don't know what happened to my original one here, but next matter on our agenda is HH 2025-11. Joseph and Penny Majike, thank you. Owner, through their agent Kroll and Donovan Law, LLC, has filed a notice of intent. The project proposes a partial demolition and 2 small bump-out additions. The structure is over 100 years old, according to the town assessing records, and is located at 185 Belmont Street, map 10, parcel V1-3. Good evening.
Hi,
Could you please state your name for the record and just sign our attendance form if you haven't already.
Yep, I did. Yeah, so it's Michael Donovan of Crowell and Donovan Law.
Thank you, welcome.
Thank you. And the Majikes are right here. This is Majike.
Thank you for attending tonight.
And as you stated, it's at 185, I think it's Belmont Road.
I think it is as
Yeah,
well.
just-
Yeah.
Be clear. So, yeah, the house is either 1816 or 1820. The assessors and the listing, inventory listing have a little bit different date, but I don't think it really matters. It's clearly an old house. It has a barn in the back. They're only touching the main house itself. And as set forth in the papers, there's two kind of small bump outs that they want to do. And the back is, they've moved from, their bedroom was on the second floor, they've moved down to the first floor and changed, in the process of changing what was a living area into a master bedroom suite as they get older. And there was no closet, so what they're trying to do is create a closet on the inside. And what they're doing is bumping out. They're leaving the exterior. There's a door there now, I don't know if you can see from the pictures, or you've been there. There's a door that enters into the house. That door is gonna be now within the bump out, and the same door is gonna stay there, and you'll walk into the closet. The exterior wall is just they're gonna add, 3 sides to it, so it's not really demolishing per se, but it's gonna become a new exterior that's gonna match the existing. It's shingles, same trim, same colors. The foundation is gonna be the same. It's a brick veneer that they've been
Okay.
using on the foundation, and it's a 21-foot by 7.5-foot bump out. So the look should be pretty seamless. As you can see, we attached kind of the drawings of what it's gonna look like, and there'll be the high windows, the same dividers on those that will look like the existing dividers on the windows in the house. And then the other bump out is the living room more in the front part of the house, where they're bumping out to make a little bit bigger living room area. Now that they're losing that in what's becoming the new bedroom. And so again, what's gonna happen is they're just gonna bump out a 11 or 13.25 foot by 6.5 foot bump out, again, a small one. They're gonna there's a double window there, you can see, they're actually gonna reuse that. So there'd be the bump out, and that will still be in the same vicinity, just 6 feet further out than it is now. And again, it's gonna be the same trims, it's gonna be the shingle siding, it's gonna be the brick veneer on the foundation as well. So again, it should, when it's done, look pretty seamless and blend in to what's there right now. And then the last thing I would mention is I rode my bike by there, it's on my way on Monday, and noticed that the chimney, there's some work being done on the chimney there. So I asked them about that, and what they indicated was that there's 2 exhaust pipes that came up, and what there was a plywood that had white stucco around it. And I had them give me a picture of what it looked like. And it was just plywood that kind of boxed out the chimney, and then they put white stucco around it. That had all rotted out. They took it off some years ago without realizing that maybe they need to come or should come to historic before doing so. And so you can see those are the just pipes that went before it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
see
can
it.
see it.
Yeah, and so, as they've been doing the work on the inside of the house, they talked with the contractor and indicated that, he said, yeah, he could recreate what was there before. So they've already put the kind of plywood around it, and what they're deciding now is between, do they do the kind of white stucco that this looks like, or do they do the brick veneer that the foundation is made out of? So, I just want to bring that to your attention. That wasn't in the
Thank you.
papers. I wasn't really aware of it at the time. I think, again, either of those solutions, hopefully you'll see. If you have one and don't like the other, or don't want to approve the other, I think they would be fine with that. They just want to make sure that once they do it, everything seems fine with you on
And I
that.
think we'd be okay just making that as a condition.
Yeah, as a condition.
I'm just trying to orient myself, so
Yeah.
if I'm looking at, just trying to see the north
So
I don't
if you're
see
looking
it.
at the front of the house, the
Yeah, I'm
two
just trying to
bump,
see the north-south, so, and I
So on
don't
the
see
right
the
side.
north-south on the
Right
plan,
side.
so.
But it
correct.
is north this way.
So the bump out, the only bump out that you're really gonna see is on the south side to the right of the house, the south side of the
the right
house.
side of the right, yep, the
So
right
to the right of
front
the
corner.
front. Okay.
Correct, yep.
And then the other one
The other one's
is
in the-
likely behind the
It's
behind
the
the deck.
back,
Yep,
yeah, you're not
okay.
really gonna see
Just
that
trying to
from the
orient
road.
myself on the
Yeah.
street.
Yeah, it's always hard when you're trying to figure out, do you
Exactly,
south,
I'm
north, or
looking for
right
the-
of the, right of the
I'm
front
looking for the
door, or
northwest, and
what,
I
you
still
know?
don't see it on the plan.
Yeah.
That's why maybe I'm blind, but it's been a long day, so I will admit that. Yeah, so, okay. Bob, do you have any questions?
No, I think it's all very reasonable.
All right. Lynn, any
I'm good.
questions? Brendan, any questions?
None.
We are in a public hearing. Are there any questions from the public on the 185 Belmont Road matter? Seeing none, then I would entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
Some,
So motion's been made by Bob. Is there a second?
Second.
Lynn has seconded. All in favor of closing the public hearing?
Aye.
Aye.
Any in opposition? Hearing none, motion carries. And then who would like to work on the decision, if I can find my sheet?
Can you grab this one? Motion for case number HH 2025-11, filing date April 17, 2025, hearing date May 21st, 2025. 185 Belmont Road, map 10, parcel V13. Owners Joseph and Penny Majak. Correct?
Okay.
Agent Michael Donovan. Recording information, book 10431, page 264, year built, 1820. This is a partial demolition proposed. The project proposes a partial demolition to add 2 small bump out additions. It is historically significant, is listed on the town's historic property inventory. The proposed demolition would not destroy, substantially diminish the historic value or significance. Determination, no demo delay period imposed. Conditions, adding chimney to encapsulate existing venting with brick or stucco finish. Is that good?
Yes.
Would you repeat that for me?
Adding chimney to encapsulate existing venting with brick
Hang
or
on.
stucco. Oh, sorry.
Encapsulate existing,
Actually, adding faux chimney to encapsulate
faux chimney to encapsulate
existing venting with brick or stucco.
or stucco veneer.
Correct.
It would be brick veneer,
Yeah,
just so we're clear.
Yeah, I just said
Oh, you
veneer.
did? I'm
I
sorry.
did, that's okay.
I was focused on that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a motion made by Brendan. Is there a second?
Second.
Lynn has seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Any in opposition? Hearing none, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great seeing
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for adding back the chimney.
Yes, we
look.
Thank
appreciate
you.
Yes.
that.
That's a
always
bonus
good.
for us.
That's
I
a
think.
good idea.
Trying to find someone to do it has taken us about 8 years.
Oh,
Wow.
Have a good night.
Thanks, you too.
okay. There's this one that goes with this, and goes with this, and goes with this. And I should have a clip. I'm gonna put this in the top. Okay, the next matter on our agenda is HH 2025-12. Thomas Johnson, owner, through his agent Oliver Gary, has filed a notice of intent. The project proposes a partial demolition to remove a wall of the existing structure to allow the attachment of a building extension. The structure is over 100 years old according to the town assessing records and is located at 5 Kildy Road, map 13, parcel S3.
So I'm here, Tom Johnson, owner, Ollie, the owner of Gary Construction, unfortunately, his
Okay,
brother
please.
died, but,
Oh, no.
so he's not here, but I will do my best to answer your questions.
We appreciate your attendance tonight.
No, thank you.
If you could, thank you for signing the form and just Walk us through the application a little bit, if you could.
Sure, so we are proposing taking an existing 3 by 15, and forgive me if I don't have all these right, but they are in the plan, existing bump out and extending it 13 feet to be 16 by 15. Our intention is to carry the same roof line, north-south, that exists. Our intention also is to have, basically match the building. As a note, what we're adding on to was done in 2005, so the existing building was, so I'm sure you know that. I'm not sure how that impacts the decision. We're gonna have a veneer brick on the foundation. We're gonna have the same 6/6 windows. We're gonna match the existing natural shingles on the siding, as well as the matching the roof with architect. And I'm not sure what else I can share beyond that.
All right.
And are you adding windows?
Adding windows?
And that they're gonna be the exact same as
Exact
what's
same.
there?
Yep, 6/6, yep. I think that shows 6/1, but we are gonna go 6/6 to match the rest of the house, yeah.
All right, Lynn, do you have any questions on this one?
No, it seems pretty straightforward.
All right,
Same.
Bob?
Same.
All right. We like nights like this,
Pretty good.
I
right?
was ready for the questions.
Does anybody in the public have a question about this one or a comment? Seeing none, okay. I will entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
I move to close the public hearing.
So Bob has made the motion. Is there a second?
Second?
Lynn has seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any in opposition? Hearing none, motion carries. And then, the motion, let me just find my form. So I am ready. Kilby, who would like to do the motion?
Case
Brendan's got
number HH 2025-12, filing date May 17, 2025, hearing date May 21st, 2025. 5 Kilby Road, map 13, parcel S3. Owner and agent, Thomas Johnson. Recording information, book 205375, year built 1800. Demolition proposed, partial. The project proposes a partial demolition to remove a wall of the existing structure to allow the attachment of the building extension. Sorry, I was supposed to say. Significant is listed in the town's historic property inventory. The proposed demolition would not destroy or substantially diminish the historic value or significance. Determination, no demolition period imposed. No demolition delay period imposed. Conditions, like for like materials with 6/6 windows.
I'll second it.
Okay, give me 1 second. With 6/6 windows on the addition. Okay, so Brendan has made the motion. Bob has seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any in opposition? Hearing none, motion carries 4-0. Okay, great.
Great, thanks very much.
Nice job, was there?
Thank you.
Well, thanks very much.
Did a good job.
I was nervous. Yeah.
Thank you very much for attending. Okay, bear with me 1 second so I can get this. Where's my application? There we go. one, 13 is listed as,
That's the one we,
the owner is Harmony LLC. I didn't see that in the application, that's why
oh, okay.
I had me confused. So the next matter on our agenda is the approval of meeting minutes. Did anybody have an opportunity to review them? Did you get them is my next question. Oh, here they are.
Yeah, we got 'em.
Any questions, comments, changes? Seeing none, I would entertain a motion to approve the two sets of minutes for April 16th and April 30th.
So moved.
A second.
All right, Lynn has made the motion, Bob has seconded to approve the minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any in opposition? Hearing none, motion carries. All right. New business. Sir, are you here for a matter in particular?
I am not. I am
Okay,
the owner and
fabulous.
area.
Just wanted to make sure if there was something that you were here for, that we weren't
you for
keeping you
asking.
here longer.
Well, I'm a neighbor.
Understood.
So you can testify how friendly we are.
Exactly.
So, let's
Is it
see.
okay? I mean, this is new to me. Okay to hang and just.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're more than welcome. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't keeping you here unnecessarily.
Yeah.
Not sure if I'm supposed to introduce myself or.
Great.
By any chance, do you want to apply to be on the commission?
We still need members.
We just homeowner in town, but not a resident of.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm from the West
Okay.
Coast.
And Gary has an amazing house on Parallel Street.
okay.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, right across from my house in diagonal from the Coral Museum.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
It's a beautiful home.
Yeah.
Frankly, always looking for insights and wisdom, and I'm gone on Tuesday, so
There
this
you
is
go.
one way to find a neighbor.
Perfect.
Wait, is it the Long House, Linnell House, or is it the Morgan House?
I wouldn't know.
It is,
Is it the one set back?
it is
From the road.
on, you guys know the area pretty well.
Is it on the
It's,
corner?
71 Parallel and Forest.
Right in
Yeah.
the corner.
So,
Yeah,
right on the
from
corner. Right on the corner.
Old barn, it is kitty
Yeah.
corner across the street.
Yeah, that's the old Linnell House, loaned it for
Old
years.
Linnell House.
Linnell, I
How
think
do
was
you
it.
know what is that name?
I've been here forever.
There's
Grew up here.
there's only been two family owners, and that's Munsell and then McCarta and Lentel.
Yeah, Lintel, that's it, not
Lentel, good,
Lintel.
okay, I'm feeling better.
Yeah,
Wow,
Lintel, yeah.
you guys know something.
That was the Munsell house?
Yeah, I'm a Lentel.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm the
okay,
only
yeah.
one left,
Oh, okay,
Okay.
yeah.
so,
I know we've yelled at each other, I think, across the
I
field.
think so. So at
Yeah,
some point, if you're asking, full disclosure, we're here, we're doing the 4 or 5 generations. We
Yeah.
don't know about
Cool.
6 generations, so we just are looking at doing something right and not what to do if or when we're not in any immediate hurry, but
yeah,
every year we come back, it's a year sooner that
yeah.
we make a
Cool.
decision or decisions get made.
Now, so it was your parents' house? Or-
It was great history, I'll keep it real brief. Civil War doctor, he was 1825, 1905 in the Allen Pond Cemetery.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dr. Munsell.
Yeah,
That was Wenzel, and he was in the home, and they both passed in 1905, and my great-grandfather,
yeah,
McCarta, was not but the game warden of Cape Cod from 05
Yeah.
to.
yeah,
So he hung out with Elmer Kroll, and my
Mhm.
dad could have had some ducks off the floor when he was a kid. But, so they had an only child, my grandmother, only child, my father, my parents passed 12, 15 years ago, my brother passed. So I'm the surviving Lentel, and we love it. So-
great.
There you go, great.
house.
No, my parents were friends with my aunt and uncle, the Vizards, and they used to play cards and stuff.
Cool.
And the Vizards lived next to the art center and catty corner from the museum on
Now,
that corner, on that.
please stop me if this is not appropriate for
Well,
your meeting,
it's-
but
You're fine.
pretty sure Linwood Lentel, and tell me again the name of it.
Well, it was Blanche and Stan Vizard, but their daughter was Lynn
Yeah, because
Vizard.
my father surprised the heck out of me, but he and Stan canvassed the neighborhood, and I think they were instrumental of getting this thing started back in the 70s or
Cool.
60s.
Yeah,
and made the little pamphlets and got the walkabouts. And,
Yeah, they did, and I think they started the plaques too.
Right.
Yeah,
Nice.
oh no, it's-
And total side road. Every time I go to Bank Street Beach, my father was so proud of the one that
it shows the docks, it's
That thing, you can't
fantastic.
see it anymore. It's,
I know.
It's done.
We should remind the Historical Society
Yeah.
to redo that.
That's a good idea.
The dock?
Not
The-
the whole dock, but
The,
no, the plaque.
the
that-
plaques at the
Oh,
beaches.
okay.
plaque that shows it's all sun beaten and they needs a new cover on
I
it.
didn't know there was one there.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I never noticed it as a kid.
Oh, no,
This-
it's later than that.
Oh, okay.
No.
There's
It's
one
done the
there.
last 25 years.
Oh, so it was
Yeah.
when I
In front of
took
the-
my little absence.
Yes.
Isn't
Okay.
there
My
one?
father was quite pleased.
There are
with that.
others around
I think
town.
aren't there a couple others too?
Yeah, no, if I just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
probably, but that's the
Oh,
one I know.
that's the
of.
one you know, okay, good.
But,
Um,
but no, thank you for sharing that, because my
Yeah.
dad just loved everything about the Cape, and
Yeah.
so we know that. In Brendan, I think I'm sure has been in the home. It is a living piece of history.
Yeah.
It is, it
from
truly is.
1910.
Oh,
It's
really?
definitely from 1910 and then some, so yeah, it's
So
awesome.
just one
It's
thing
great.
I wanted to mention, if you get to a point, I know you said you push things down the road. If you get to a point in your, before you do an application, you can request to come before us and get opinions or get whatever. So if you want to do that, we can always do that informally. You know, we never promise that it's okay,
Yeah.
but sometimes people do it with planning board as well. They'll come in and get an opinion on something. So you're always welcome to ask.
I'll be real honest,
For that.
but it would be so sad, because, you know, we're older, and at some point we have to let go. My kids aren't gonna do it. We're giving them till 40, and it's getting close, but
Yeah.
in a healthy way, they're going, we've seen it, we love it, but we're not doing what you guys do.
Right.
Not too bad.
Right.
So then what? And if we let go of the property, it would be such a shame if someone knocks that beautiful home down on, it's 9/10 of an acre, and the home was put right on the corner, so you
Right.
have everything in back.
Yeah.
Well, one thing you've got going for you is that Munsell was very instrumental in a lot of things in town history. I've been doing a little research on him.
Yeah.
And he actually is going to be mentioned in one of the stories that we're doing at South Harwich Meeting House in No Captain, My Captain.
Very fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah, he was involved in a lot of town activities too, on the school board, he was a selectman, he was on this commission, that commission, so.
But thank you for asking. You've exceeded my expectations. That's
Yeah,
why
there you go.
Yeah.
Someday
We're
to
happy.
understand the
Yeah.
process, but
Well,
don't
you
think-
definitely have to move here year-round, then you can come on the commission.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
right.
my dream. My wife and grandkids and family, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, that's
sorry.
too bad.
It's not gonna happen, but someday, yes, I hope to seek the wisdom of this bunch.
Great.
Cool.
The all of that being said, welcome. We're happy you're here. We very rarely have people through our whole meeting, so it's always nice to have attendees.
I can go if you'd rather.
No, not at all. Not at all. You are more than welcome.
Thank you.
The next matter on our agenda is a discussion about the Revolutionary War houses, which Lynn had requested we put on our agenda.
Okay,
So she's provided us with a lovely list. Do we have an extra?
yeah,
You're welcome to.
if you wanna see,
You're welcome
What I
to
can-
see the list of houses that we're talking about.
I had 3 days to come up with a list.
Okay.
This was an idea that just popped up because they were getting the museum ready to open.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been working with Robin Kelly on identifying all of the Revolutionary War soldiers, and we're still finding people. We're up to 450.
Yeah, she was comparing the list with Yarmouth's list yesterday during the election,
Yeah.
and my side of the election. So she was.
Texted me at one point saying, they want to take 11 of ours. Anyway, what I did was I looked at what the society had from, I found books from 1967
Mhm.
in which these houses were listed. Now, on Macris, we already have the 2 Job Chase houses. We have the Anthony Phillips house, which Bob Nickerson lives in. And we have the Nathaniel Robbins house on Forest Street, which is being worked on a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
These other houses, I was able to match to the soldier based upon what they had. And also, I discovered that 3 of the houses that were in the book two of them are gone. The third one I can't find, but I know I've seen it somewhere. I just don't know where I saw it. That's the Benjamin Small House. It's somewhere on Bank Street. But the two, the William Chase Osborne Snow House and the Reuben and Thankful Cahoon House, they're gone. They're gone. Anyways, just so that you know what these guys did, this is something that was put up in the museum. It's a little bit of the history on the person, their war service, and also, if I could find it, a little bit on what they've done now, and the pictures of the house, as well as their gravestone, if it exists in town. There's two that I could not find, but we're still finding them too. To me, this increases the historic significance of these homes, and probably we should get them if they're not already on Macris, but also when people come and want to tear down these homes, I think it's something that needs to be brought into the discussion.
Absolutely.
So I don't disagree with you on any of those items. I would just point out that we now only have potentially 18 months.
Right.
So we are not, so I would just throw this out there, where we as the board, at this point, we don't have a fund that we could potentially try and purchase them or do anything
Right.
other than have that 18-month
Right.
But it's
demo
it's
delay,
just so
right?
that they are aware too of what
Yeah,
they
absolutely,
have.
absolutely.
Yeah, if anybody wants to take a look at
I need to keep them for the minutes, so
Oh,
I'll
absolutely.
take a set for the minutes.
That's the only one I was able to print out. My printer was starting to run out of ink.
Is it one full set, or
Yes,
is it?
It's one full set.
Okay. Yeah.
No, no,
Please.
it's the minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. You need another one of these?
Nope. Okay.
Now, this does not mean my search is over. I'm taking a little break because I've got several other things I've got to get done, but I am going back to see what else I can find. And with 450 soldiers, potentially 200 of them here in Harwich, the others are in Brewster, I'm sure I can find some more.
Great work.
It's basically, these are from when they were alive. You know, some of these houses, as we know, were built later, after the war, but they were still living in them.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, just wanted to bring that to the attention
No,
of
that's great. That's
everybody.
great.
Good job.
So right now, I guess my question is, right now, is it an exhibit that,
Yes, it is.
at the society? Okay.
Yes, it is. It's up on the wall.
Fantastic.
The museum will be open this summer for the first time in 3 years.
Yeah, great.
Unfortunately, it will be closed again afterwards.
Yeah, they've got more work to do.
Yeah, a lot more work to do. But this will probably be shown again later after everything is done as well.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I'm concerned, the Revolutionary 250 is going to go
Yeah,
until...
it's just started, right?
Yeah,
It's just started, so, that's great. That's great work, Lynn.
2033.
Right? That's fantastic. So I've asked her to add that to the minutes. Any other discussion on this? We have the West Baptist Church discussion on here. I believe Paul was originally, had asked to have that on. I don't know if any of you have anything to speak on about it. I did not watch the selectmen's meeting when they took it up the last time, so I'm not fully, I don't know that I fully know what they did.
The historical preservation,
Yes.
I believe, agreement that's going to be an addendum or a covenant, whatever you want to call it, to
Yeah.
the PNS, that was submitted to Davenport. But that's
Okay, but that, and that's where it stood.
right, and it was listed in the agenda packet, so you could read it. But yeah, that's where it stands right now.
Okay.
I believe. I don't think much has changed.
All right.
They didn't take any action on their executive session, but I don't know if that was even included on Monday, so I don't know if they, yeah, so I don't think there's been any action on it yet. So.
Okay. I'm looking at this, and it looks like CPC discussion didn't make it to this agenda. So
And what was that? Oh,
we were gonna talk about our appointment, so it's not even on here, so we can't even talk about it. But we can put it on for either
next time.
next week or,
Next week.
Yeah, it was a short meeting. We can
Yeah.
do that.
So add the CPC appointment to agenda. And then I don't think we have anything else. Is there anything else that people want on either next week or on the June agenda? No? All right. Hearing none, then I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
So Lynn
Yeah?
and Bob, all in favor of adjourning?